They're discovering reality. They're acting like it's their first day on Earth.
You guys have been asking me. No.
No one asked.
Nobody asked you.
I think that influencers now are being conflated with salespeople.
I mean, if you're the one influencing people, then why are you being influenced?
There's a lot of entitlement, unfortunately.
Do we hate influencers? No,
No.
we don't. But we get why some of them get so much hate, right? Welcome back to the Icon Edit. Today, I'm back with Saima.
What's up?
And we're gonna talk about influencers, our favorite topic.
How much we love them?
No, today we're gonna talk about why so many people hate influencers nowadays.
Me too.
Yeah, some of them at least. So before we start, I just told Saima that I found a really interesting study, which was a 2026, a very recently Morning Consult survey. And it found that 51% of US adults thinks that there are too many influencers, including 42% of Gen Z. But funnily enough, 57% of Gen Z said they would consider becoming one themselves. Isn't that funny?
That is definitely an interesting
Contradiction, right?
contradiction, for sure.
So, I mean, we are not doing an academic discussion about influencer marketing or whatever, but let's just talk about why has it become such a thing to hate influencers? What do you think personally?
On one end, I can understand why there is an inclination to do so, because more often now we're seeing many examples of influencers being out of touch with reality.
Yeah.
So that can trigger a lot of responses.
What do you mean when you say out of touch with reality? Do you mean the same that I was thinking, that they try so hard to be relatable when they are definitely not?
It's more that they're discovering reality. They're acting like it's their first day on Earth.
Yeah.
A very glaring example that comes to mind is the recent video of the influencer who went to a supermarket for the first time, apparently, allegedly. Should I say allegedly in this case? She goes to a supermarket, just a regular supermarket, and she's acting like it's a foreign planet. Other influencers, they're trying out the NYC subway for the first time, and it's a 4-minute ride.
Okay, but why do these people have so many followers then? Is it that we just like to watch? Is it like a car accident where you just have to watch? Yeah.
We just stop and we point and laugh at the absurdity of it, and it gives people a topic to
Talk about,
circulate. But also, it's interesting that you said that the same people who hate influencers are trying to become exactly what they hate.
Yeah. There are a lot of copycats out there. I mean,
There are.
obviously. You see sometimes the same product being advertised by the same people for weeks, then it's another product.
Yeah.
And I think this is the one thing that I don't like about influencers, is that they can't say no to anything. They advertise whatever.
As long as it's free.
As long as it's free, or
As long as it's free, they don't even have to ask for any money out of it, even though they know that it's their job to influence, but they're either scared to ask for it, or they just don't have the knowledge to, or they
Yeah.
just want to flex to their audience. Hey, I got free things.
Yeah.
But is it really that great if you're just being used as a marketing tool for a multi-billion-dollar corporation, a multi-million-dollar corporation? It doesn't have to pay you, but they can use your image and your likeness to peddle what they want.
And then oftentimes they don't even declare it as advertisement. And this is where I'm getting pissed off, because
It's highly unethical.
we are obviously at an age where we can see it, but there are so many young people consuming social media and they don't know that. They think that, oh yeah, my favorite influencer, she really uses that shampoo or skincare line or whatever. And they don't get it that it's an advertisement. I mean, on TV, you know it's an advertisement, right? Or in the cinema when you go and watch a movie, or in the magazine. But on social media, the line is so fine, I feel, that it's sometimes so hard to spot, especially for younger people.
The lines are blurred. It's definitely an extremely misleading and unethical practice to partake in. But I don't feel as though that influencers are even conscious of the impact that they have. And I think that is where that hatred toward influencers is starting to fester more and more. It's just the lack of awareness, the lack of care, the lack of sympathy toward the audience, and the lack of understanding that their audience, from their perception, is perceiving the influencer as a trustworthy source of information, as trustworthy as the news. Even YouTubers, they get compared. There are so many companies and brands now that have started beef with YouTubers. And it's funny to see YouTubers just sit up there and they say, hey, I'm just a guy sitting and talking on a microphone. But at the same time, they have a platform that influences a lot of people.
Yeah, that's so true.
So the denial of that.
And they sometimes feel they can't say no. They they do like anything. And when you see that it just doesn't make sense, I feel that these influencers become desperate, and then the hate towards them starts.
Yes.
And that's why I feel the word influencer is almost an insult nowadays. So, I mean, who goes somewhere and says, yeah, I'm an influencer?
And people take that seriously.
Yeah. So these people are not being taken seriously then.
Yeah.
Especially by older people. So like my parents, if you tell them you're an influencer, they would probably roll their eyes and like say, okay, but what does that even mean, you know?
What are you influencing me to do?
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I mean, I feel at some part, all of us are influencers to some point, especially when you're active on social media. And there are these so-called micro-influencers as well. I mean, all of us, I have recommended stuff on social media without being paid or getting the stuff for free just because I authentically liked a product and was like, my followers need to know about it because it's so cool. So, but then that's not being an influencer, right? It's just being a normal human being.
I guess now the titles have changed a little bit.
Yeah.
Everything is starting to swing into influencer territory. It's become so broad. I think because there are very little boundaries and legal repercussions and frameworks that can protect influencers within their line of work because they're just going and accepting anything and everything without formally corresponding with the brand or coordinating things.
Yeah.
It's become kind of a free-for-all. So brands will target people with higher followings. They'll target people with barely any following. Even 100 followers is sufficient for them, just as long as they get coverage and exposure and visibility and brand awareness. And it dilutes the value of the influencer and what they bring to the table.
Yeah, because they also manage to somehow destroy the whole industry by doing stuff for free.
And also just not being authentic about it.
Because why are you promoting a skincare brand and telling people that you have been using it for weeks and it's amazing, and then the next day...
And you just got it in the mail 4 days ago.
You just got it in the mail, and then the next day you're promoting a different skincare line and say the same thing. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
But then why do you think so many young people want to become influencers? If they, at the same time, they hate them.
They can hate what they want to become, but ultimately... people still view influencing as an easy job. If you get enough of a following, if you get enough virality, then you'll get an easier way of life that can bring them out of whatever situation that they're going through. I'm not going to sit up here and I'm not going to say, oh, influencing is harder than a 9-to-5 job. It's really not.
No.
Because as someone who has a following myself and as someone who also works a 9-to-5, I can confidently say that a 9-to-5 is not
the same.
It's not the same as being an influencer. Do they both require a lot of work? Yes. But being an influencer and knowing how to influence and doing your job right, there needs to be a higher emphasis on that instead of just going either going viral or accepting literally anything and everything for free, which then dilutes the meaning of who you are and what your identity is.
Yeah.
I think honestly there need to be more classes and schools for influencers to go to. Maybe this needs to be a new degree.
What would they teach? What do you mean? What should they? I mean, content marketing is. You can study content marketing at some universities. So I feel that's a thing already. But I don't. At the same as becoming an icon, I feel you can't force it or learn it. It just happens.
You can definitely teach the basic tenets of.
Sure.
Business applies to the world of influencing.
But you cannot say, okay, you make this and this video by recipe A or B, and then your content will become viral.
No, I mean, take this coffee cup, for example.
Yeah.
There's a way of influencing people to drink from this coffee cup.
Yeah.
I could sit up here and I could hold up this coffee cup and I could say, this is a coffee cup. I drink coffee out of this.
Yeah.
Or I could present it in a different way. And I could say, this coffee cup from Dubai Podcast Studio is such a integral element to my routine, because when I'm sitting and I'm doing a podcast and I'm drinking coffee out of this, the ideas just flow and it turns out to be such a great episode.
Yeah.
Things like that. It's about presentation.
Or you can just leave it on the table and then it's classic product placement.
It was a really great sip of coffee.
No, but I mean, when do you think this started? Like become a thing that people...
2020.
Yeah?
Pandemic time.
Yeah. When everyone
was at home, everyone was on their phones, everyone was doing TikTok, everyone was doing whatever they could.
Yeah. People had time for content
brands have definitely taken advantage of that time period as well. Because again, it's this influx of desperate people, sorry to say it, but it's this influx of people who are desperate for visibility, desperate to compete with other people who may be succeeding in social media. I know this is something I had to deal with and still have to deal with when because I've been in social media since around 2019. So right before the pandemic started, and I was doing quite well. And then post COVID, I've seen people who had wanted to become influencers or who had wanted to have an impact in social media. They saw how well I was doing, the different connections that I'd been making, and they try to copy paste that exact formula.
But that doesn't work.
But it doesn't work.
No, because I feel it's just inauthentic. You cannot copy someone.
Saw a post the other day.
Yeah.
That was like, I've been in this city for 5 years and I've done, and they named a list of all the brands that they worked with.
Yeah.
Unpaid, by the way.
Okay.
They're like, I've worked with this restaurant and this hotel and this hotel and this hotel and this hotel. It's like just a list of all the Accor Group hotels, basically.
Yeah.
And they wanted to make a point that because they have done all of these collaborations, that they are an influence in society.
Okay.
You're literally just a hotel concierge at this point. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh my God.
So again, it's supposed to be a flex. People think that it's a flex just to get free access to places and then brag about it.
Which makes sense when you're like in this niche of, let's say, food, restaurant testing or hotel testing, traveling, that kind of thing. But then there are these influencers
and there are apps that
do
facilitate that in Dubai, for sure. Yeah.
And I mean, there are a lot of influencers that have very good morals when it comes to that. I feel, as I told you before, there is this one hair influencer, Abby Young. She's awesome.
Yeah.
She's like, I feel like she's only presenting things that she's really behind.
Yeah, that she's passionate about. This is why I liked Jeffree Star, especially in the beginning when he first started out, because he really stressed on the point that he would only promote things and support brands that he liked himself.
And I think this is something that I'm missing nowadays a little bit, you know?
I miss that authenticity and I miss that brand alignment, because you can't be aligned with every single brand in the world. It just doesn't work like that.
No, it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make any sense. It confuses your audience. It confuses yourself too.
Yeah.
is it great to receive PR packages from brands? Yes, but also there
Sure.
are brands that don't require you to post, and but also it is the brand's fault as well in certain cases.
Yeah.
When the brands considerably push and use influencers for their own benefit. But also there has to be some pushback from the influencer as well, because you can't be an influencer and be so easily influenced.
Yeah.
In your
I mean, if
line
you're the
of
one
work.
influencing people, then why are you being influenced?
Why are you
over
being
here?
influenced so?
And you know what I really hate? Something that's really pissing me off is when they start their reels or stories or whatever with the sentence, "You guys have been asking me." No,
No one asked.
nobody asked you. Literally, no one asked you. No one. This is crazy. Like, why are they pretending that people want? Like, they are.
Show me one person who asked.
I mean, if it's one, okay, but if you have like 200,000 followers
Yeah.
and one or two people ask you, then even then you can't say you guys have
Yeah.
been at, because then it's two people out of 200,000. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
You know?
You guys have been
They're lying so
yeah.
much. Like, I hate that, really. I hate that.
You guys have been up my ass about my new water I've been drinking.
Yeah.
It's actually from my toilet.
Oh my God. So what would you say is the single most annoying behavior of influencers? Like, could you like pin it down to one single one, or?
Entitlement.
Yeah.
There's a lot of entitlement, unfortunately, that if you don't check yourself from time to time, it can manifest.
Do you mean stories like where influencers have asked hotels or restaurants for free stuff because they think they have earned it because they have a certain following? Because I feel that's so stupid.
You said two things, okay? Influencers asking hotels and restaurants for free food and free stays, whatever. That's their job. That's fine. But feeling entitled to it just because they are an influencer and just because it's their job,
Yeah.
that's where it gets,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, and I think this behavior is the reason why so many people still want to become influencers, because I feel it's about this entitled behavior and the fame.
Yeah. Because
You know?
even celebrities, they don't
No.
necessarily go around
Yeah.
asking for, they could get hotel stays for sure, but
Yeah, I mean, I guess they do at some point.
yeah.
But that's horrible.
Usually it's through their friends. If they're friends with someone who can hook them up.
My question is, can someone even be authentic if their business model is authenticity? You know what I mean?
My brand is being so real with you guys. Like that. Like
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, like, if they...
the irony.
The
of
irony, you know, you make money out of
being-
being authentic. So how authentic is that? You know?
I think you just, in those cases, you have to be the type of person who doesn't care at all about what they say whenever they say it, has no media training whatsoever, is just there. Drew Afualo, I think, is a good example of this, because this girl, she's like 6'2". She she has really big ball energy.
Yeah.
Like she does. Like, and she just says what comes to mind. She's not afraid to rip on guys. That's her brand.
Yeah.
And she's authentic to that. But being authentic in general, I don't think is a brand. I don't think that's a
No.
real brand, you know?
No.
You have to be authentic to something.
Yeah. Yeah. and that-
So it has to be refined and honed in on. That's such a good question, though. Can you be truly authentic if you know that there's a camera on you,
Yeah,
and if you
and-
know that there's an audience behind that camera,
and then I feel...
and if you know that there's money in the audience's pockets
And that's
that will
what I
fund
mean.
your
and,
life?
And then they mistake somehow vulnerability or fake vulnerability for
Yeah.
authenticity. And then
Yeah.
they do stuff like setting a camera up and crying in front of it.
I can't even fathom how people do. You know
Why
what? I
would you
actually
do that?
made-
I mean,
yeah.
I get it that people like it's something else if you film something and then something happens and you start crying or whatever. But setting up a camera and then
Splashing water on you.
yeah, and then like, why would you do that? This is like, and that's why I think that this is like became
Putting teardrops in.
like a new content strategy. You know what I mean? Like pretending to be so vulnerable and stuff like that.
So emotional.
Yeah, and being emotional. It's a manufactured relatability. You know, trying so hard to be relatable to normal people.
Yeah. Again, it goes back to what we said about being iconic. You can't force it. You can't force authenticity because it automatically feels inauthentic.
Yeah.
Although some people are really stupid and they'll see that and they'll say, oh no, that this person is so real just because they can cry in front of a camera and I can't. Just because you can't cry in front of a camera doesn't make you any less authentic than the other person is or less vulnerable. It's just
part of their business model.
It's part of their business model.
Yeah. And this is like
people
the
need
new
to
thing.
Yeah.
It's the same as influencers trying, like the wealthy ones. I'm talking about the ones that really have money, trying to desperately tell the audience that they are just like us, or just like the audience, and I'm part of you guys, and I know how hard.
You're not.
You don't know
you're not.
shit. You don't know shit.
Hey.
You don't have a 9-to-5 job. You don't
you're a multimillionaire.
Yeah.
You're not like
You
like
live in a
your
freaking
audience.
mansion and drive a Rolls Royce, and you want to tell me that you are like, what? No. This just doesn't make sense. By the way,
I had to wait 3 days for my Amazon package, just like you.
Yeah.
You poor piece of shit. I'm just like you.
Yeah. No, this is like horrible. So I feel they should just stop
By the way,
pretending
what?
to be relatable.
Yeah. That's so, yeah. It was, oh my God. I saw a comment on Kylie's birthday post. And someone said, she didn't go all out like the other years. She's becoming one of us.
What? This is insane. I mean, no. But maybe this is
her
nothing
birthday
to do.
looked pretty fire.
Yeah. And I don't want these people even to be relatable. Honestly, you are like flying to Bora Bora on a private jet. Just show me the freaking hotel. I don't care if you're relatable
I
or
know.
not.
This is what I mean. I don't care about being relatable to my audience. I really don't. Because at the end of the day, even if I tried to, it just wouldn't hit the same. Because you don't know also. I feel like influencers don't even really know their audience as well as they think they do. Because there are just people coming in from anywhere and everywhere really nowadays. It was easier to see who your audience really was and who really rode for you. But now people are just watching to either clown the influencer or they're watching just to hate. There are a lot of hate watchers nowadays.
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a very small following, and even I have hate watchers.
Yeah.
I swear to God.
I've been a hater too. I have.
Yeah, I'm not anymore, especially not towards women. I'm like, good for you. Like, and also I like the content of my friends.
Yeah. That's good. That's actually really good.
Yeah.
I had to cut off some people.
I hate when people see and watch
Like,
everything.
I saw your story I saw your post the other day. I saw your this and that and blah, blah, blah. Why didn't you like it?
Yeah.
Why are you telling me this now?
I'm telling you, this is envy and jealousy.
It is.
And I hate that.
It is.
But one thing so when I find a new influencer and I click on their profile and I see an Amazon storefront, it's an automatic no for me. Like, no, I mean, I get it. There are exceptions. But when it's
what it is? I think that influencers now are being conflated with salespeople.
Yeah, they are just selling too much.
Yeah.
It's too salesy.
I never signed up to be a salesperson for these brands. But these brands, it is the brand's fault. And I will die on that hill because brands will email you and they'll say, we have this amazing foot massager for you to promote. We don't have a budget for you. but we'll give you 10% affiliate commission.
Yeah. And they're like, yeah, all my followers will get 10% and shit like that. This is just so stupid. Just pay the people. Just pay them.
The people.
And you are like as you said, like $1 billion company.
Yeah.
Just pay the people.
Just pay the people.
You know who comes to my mind when it's because I said I hate this Amazon storefront and stuff, but there is one person whom I really like, and she's being hate watched a lot. And people comment really negatively. Is Bethany Frankel.
I love her.
I also love her.
Love
and
her.
I don't know why people like comment this.
She's a true New Yorker.
Yeah, and she is recommending really cool stuff. So like affordable stuff.
Yeah.
And
the thing
stuff
is,
that she uses them.
She got it like that. First of all,
Yes.
she got it like that.
Yeah.
She has
She
the
pays
Birkin
for most-
collection
yeah.
of my dreams.
Yeah.
But she also knows how to get the dupes.
Yeah.
She knows her audience.
I also love her food videos. Like when she
Yeah.
recommends like the chicken salads and the caviar thingy that she always eats, and people are like, "Oh my God, you're eating caviar! Can you close your mouth while you're talking?" And I'm like, "What? Just unfollow!" Like,
What
you
do
know?
what do you actually expect from
And
influencers?
she's really authentic, I feel, because
She is.
everything that she promotes, she really uses
She
herself.
actually uses
or
it.
buys herself
Yeah.
or whatever, and that's what I like.
There
really
is
like that.
definitely a line to be drawn when it
Yeah.
comes to needing free things, and I know from experience that many influencers, they don't really have money like that.
Yeah.
Because
Which
it's
is
either
fine.
all, which is fine. I mean, it's either all tied up in other assets, or they just don't have disposable income. They're bad with their money. They're bad at budgeting. But again, every time I go to some influencers' profiles, and every other day, it's the same thing, but they're like consistent at being bad at marketing too.
Yeah.
So they're consistently bad at holding down their boundaries and just having a clear-cut identity. And ultimately, it will be their downfall, because people are going to look at their profile and they're going to say, "Oh, this is just like an escort," because
No, I mean, really, it sounds.
they're only at restaurants and hotels and traveling, and I don't know. I mean, there is a trope actually that many of the influencers that you see online, you shouldn't compare yourself to them because most of them are escorts, blah, blah, blah.
I mean, I don't know if that's true, but even if.
That's what I mean. I don't know if it's true, but
Yeah.
it is a stigma.
Yeah, it is.
And I feel like that comes as a byproduct of not establishing your brand identity early and not knowing the basic principles of business that are applied to the world of influencing, because it is a business now.
Yeah,
and you
it
do
is.
have to run it as a proper business model, because otherwise...
But I feel the reason why people hate them so much is also because there's like a trend away from this world of overconsumption.
Yeah.
You remember the times when there were like these hauls?
I'm sorry, if you're a Shein influencer,
Yeah.
I can't respect you
Yeah.
at all.
I mean,
Not even a little
I
bit.
buy from Shein.
You buy from Shein?
Yeah.
Get the hell out of here. I'm not well, personally, just because I've studied fashion.
Yeah.
And I just know the environmental impacts.
I know.
I feel like that the clothes give you cancer, allegedly.
Okay.
I feel like they do.
Let's talk in 10 years.
It's just the
I mean,
the heavy
no,
chemicals
but I
and
mean, I
everything.
get it.
You know?
I get it 100%, but you know what? Nobody's perfect.
Yeah, no one's
And,
perfect, but also the world is on fire.
Yeah, but we're all driving cars and living in a city of overconsumption.
We are.
So
We are.
You know,
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Yeah.
But what happened to the halls?
What happened to them?
Remember,
Yeah.
like the YouTube videos,
I think
people
everyone's
coming.
just pouring out again. Influencers don't have money anymore. Brands don't want to pay money.
That and maybe people are just not interested in what you just bought at
I
Sephora.
love when my friend, she sends me haul videos, just
Yeah.
an Instagram message.
Yeah.
She'll say, Dubai Hills Mall just had amazing discounts. Here's what I got for only 500 dirhams. And it's just like an entire haul.
Yeah,
of
but that's something
things that she
different because
bought.
first of all, she's not posting it.
Yeah, she's not posting it.
publicly.
She could.
She
But-
could, and then it would be like an honest recommendation as well, because telling
Yeah.
someone, hey, there's like a sale somewhere, go
Yeah.
and maybe you'll find something, is something different than, oh my God.
I love watching her
You
hauls,
all
really.
guys have been asking me, and now I'm
All of
telling
you have been asking me about it. Yeah.
this is like horrible.
The same
Nobody cares
cadence,
about,
too.
Yeah.
What are some other influencer hacks? No one is talking about this, but
Did we talk about the jealousy? That maybe this is the reason why?
there's a lot of jealousy.
yeah.
There is.
I think especially Gen Z, because I mean, I'm a millennial, so I grew up with the start of social media, like with the
Same.
OG influencers, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then
Jen Selter.
it looked so easy for Gen Z, I feel, to become an influencer. And then what comes with it,
Like,
the
no, there's a
fame and the
history.
privilege
Yeah.
and all of that. So I think that people got a little jealous of that lifestyle. But the lifestyle is only the little bit what you see. You
Yeah.
don't know, are these people even happy in their lives? How is their home life? How are the marriages?
Yeah.
Their parents? What
The
is
reason
going
I
on?
got onto social media in the first place really was because I grew up so sheltered.
Yeah.
And I just needed an outlet where I felt like I could make friends outside of real life where I didn't have
And I mean,
many
this
friends.
was that's why it's called social media.
social
right?
media. But now everyone is antisocial.
Yeah. I have to
No one
admit-
wants to like anything. No one wants to engage. No one wants to really
But I have to admit,
interact.
I'm very old school when it comes to this. So
Yeah.
I mostly follow people I know
Yeah.
on social media. I mean, of course,
I'm the
like
same
some
way.
celebrities
Yeah,
and
yeah.
influencers, of course.
mostly people that I either do business with or I know in real life
Yeah.
and I'm friends with.
And then I'm like
Yeah.
really interested in what's happening in their lives,
Yeah.
you know? Even if I'm not interested in
people leave
everything they
really-
post, but
Yeah.
I want to like keep up what's happening in their life.
Some people live really dope lives. They really do.
Yeah, and then let's talk a little bit about parasocial.
Really do. Oh,
Because
my
I
God,
feel
that's
some
a
people
whole other
like
can of worms.
because some of those influencers they have like real crazy fan
Really crazy fans.
bases.
You
like
know,
Mr. Beast, for instance, or even I Show Speed.
yeah.
I mean, he is pretty famous.
Yeah.
You can say that, right? Especially with Gen Z. I'm telling you that a lot of my millennial friends don't know him because the concept of streaming is something that came a little later.
Yeah, it did.
You know?
It did.
So especially we had like bad internet connections. Probably that's why. No, but I
Dial
mean,
up.
but I mean, everybody knows him from the younger people. So I feel some of them are. He has like a fan base, like a pop star. You know what I mean? People are in love with him.
Yeah.
People want to be his friends. They want to like know him. This is crazy.
Yeah. I mean, it goes back. Parasocial relationships, people feel like they can connect with the influencer, and it makes it so easy nowadays just to shoot a DM to
Yeah.
influencers, unless you have your settings set a certain way.
Yeah.
But it's celebrities and influencers, we read everything.
Yeah, and then again, if you follow people for a long time, let's say there are people on social media who have been there like since the start of Facebook, which
Yeah.
was 2004 or 5, which is like 20 years now. So imagine you
crazy to
follow
think about.
someone
For 20
for
years.
20 years of like I have been following
Basically your family
Perez
member.
Hilton for like forever. I haven't seen a lot of him in the past years.
Well, don't.
But I
Don't,
started.
because-
I remember him like as this Hollywood gossip
Mm-hmm.
guy, and that was even I think before TMZ.
Yeah.
So that was kind of fun, you know. He was
Yeah.
like bashing all of them.
Yeah.
It was that just, but I never like really cared about his private life or himself. So reading about the latest news about him was
Parasocial
so
relationships have gone to a completely
weird.
different level because now celebrities are more accessible and influencers are more accessible than
Yeah.
they used to be. Because now people are doing more in-person events and pop-ups, and now people have taken that parasocial relationship to an entirely new level. People getting, like when Kylie Jenner first came out,
Yeah.
And she got her entire body done, her face done, everything. Everyone else started getting their entire body done, their face
especially
done.
the lips, I remember.
And they still do.
Yeah.
Although it's more prevalent here, I would say, than it is in the US now, because now in the US, everyone's embracing more of the Kendall aesthetic,
Yeah,
where it's more natural.
Yeah.
Here, it's a little bit behind. But parasociality, this is definitely gone to levels that are just straight up creepy
Yeah.
because they feel so interconnected through just interacting and commenting and sending DMs that are probably never gonna get responded to. And I actually saw an example of a guy who printed out Sophie Rain's, like all of her explicit photos, by the way. He printed them out and he showed them to her. He followed her, he showed them to her, or met her at an event or something. He's like, hey, can you autograph these? It's like a stack of her photos. And he's like, can you sign these?
This is so creepy. It's like
So
serial
creepy.
killer behavior.
Like, there are so many levels to parasocial behavior.
Yeah.
Because on one end, it's like, how much of the influencer should we be able to get to see just to protect both sides? Just so someone who is watching the influencer doesn't get so wrapped up into and so consumed by them
Yeah.
that they just become their whole entire life, or is that inevitable? I feel like Cristiano Ronaldo has a very good balance of that. He shows who he is within the context of his athleticism.
Yeah.
But he also keeps a very strong barrier. He
For his
shows
private life,
yeah, for his
yeah.
private life. I mean, he does show pictures of him and his kids and
Yeah.
all of that, but he's also very selective with whom he meets, and everyone is still like very obsessed with him. But I don't think I've seen people be very psychotically crazy
No.
about him.
But you can't say that for, let's say,
I
the
can't say for a
Kardashians.
fact. Yeah.
Whose business model was to show their private life.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then again, also, I understand it because influencers take up also so much space, like public space.
Yeah.
I mean, let's talk about filming in public. Like, this has gone to I mean, not in the
Get out
UAE.
of my shot.
Not in the UAE, because here it's very strict with filming other people.
It is.
And it's very...
You have to ask for permission.
You have to ask for permission, and people just don't do it in that
Yeah.
way. But like in Europe, or I'm sure in the US as
yeah,
well.
everywhere.
Like, this is like insane.
It's
people
rampant.
are doing, like, in the middle of the cities, like weird flash mob dance thingies and expect everyone to get out of the frame. I mean, what is that? This is
Yeah.
a public space.
It's a public space. There are people there. I saw a video of these girls whose entire brand is to film themselves going up an escalator, and they got so pissed off when the guy behind them, he was in a rush and he had to get to where he needed to go, and so he jumped in their shot, and he actually was very kind, and he jumped over the phone.
Yeah.
He didn't kick it out of the way or anything, as I'm sure most people would have. But the girls were just appalled by him. They're like, can't you see we're trying to film us going up the escalator? Girl, you can go back down and go back up.
Yeah. And
It's
I feel
okay.
like creating content has become a little bit of a rude behavior to some
It's become
point.
rude, and honestly, people are so defensive over their stupid content.
Yeah.
And
They
the
feel
way
like the
that it's-
social rules don't apply to them at
Yeah.
all just because they have a certain following.
Exactly. And it makes it even more inauthentic if you're blatantly yelling at a bystander who could have been your follower or
Yeah.
audience member, but instead you chose to yell at them for being in your frame. It gives such a horrible impression.
Yeah.
They
But
could
there
have
are a
been
lot of
following
these,
you.
a lot of these on social media where you
Yeah.
see people doing that.
In the gym.
Oh my God, yeah. The gym is the best. I mean,
Joey Swole calls them out all the time, but I feel like it definitely deserves a moment because I still see people filming at the gym, and I know gym influencers
Yeah.
personally who have complained about either management saying that they couldn't set up their camera. And when I say camera, I mean like an actual camera, a DSLR
yeah.
camera.
So not like a
Not
phone.
understanding that the gym is not their personal studio.
Yeah.
And they'll say, oh my God, the security. I was the only person in the gym, but I couldn't bring my camera in because the security was so annoying. Like, maybe it's their rules.
Yeah.
Have you thought about that?
I mean,
You can use your phone. What do
building,
you really have to film on a DSLR that you're not filming on your phone? Flexing your abs, dude.
yeah. I mean,
Really?
in my
Like-
apartment building, I think there is not even CCTV in the gym. Like, it's outside of the gym, the entrance, but not inside, because people feel weird being watched working out, right?
Yeah.
You don't want that.
Yeah.
It's crazy behavior.
I don't know. It's really insane. And it's very narcissistic.
Oh, yeah. Let's talk about that. Influencers and political opinions. We were talking about Huda Beauty last time. And I feel, sometimes I feel people, when something major happens, people are like, why hasn't XY talked about this yet? Like, who cares?
And it's just someone completely irrelevant to that field.
Like a makeup influencer or whatever. You know, like, who cares about their opinion when it comes to the
like
topic?
a mukbang influencer.
It's crazy. So I would rather have influencers say nothing.
It would be
Really?
It would make sense if it was a political comment. Hassan Piker, for example.
Yeah. But this is
his
something
entire brand
different.
is
Yeah.
political commentating.
Yeah, I mean,
Political
I also
activism.
expect a meteorologist to comment on, like, the wildfires. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it would be weird if you wouldn't.
Yeah.
So.
You've been awfully quiet about this situation.
I mean, why has...
Really says a lot about you.
Oh, my God. And now let's
Bro.
also talk about AI.
Yeah.
AI influencers. It's a thing. I saw a few of them.
Going back to the gym thing, I heard of gym influencers wanting to use AI
Yeah.
for what? Don't know.
I
For their
don't know
workout
what.
routines. I'm so sick of seeing AI flyers.
But there are like whole
AI influencers and people follow them.
Yeah, that's what I say.
And they have such a big following.
What do you think
It
about
really
that?
makes me think about what people prioritize. Do you prioritize authenticity or do you not? Or do you prioritize fantasy?
But can an AI influencer not be authentic as well if he or she has a personality?
But are they? But they're not real. They're not even a real person. They're engineered based on algorithms.
Yeah.
So do you think ChatGPT is an authentic?
But what difference does it make if a real person recommends something to me and is being paid for it, or a machine is doing it and is being paid for it? Please
Which
tell
one-
me. Because for me,
A
it's the same
machine is
thing.
trained on lots and lots of data. A machine is trained on data from various different sources, not just one human being.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of historical data that's involved, and and it's constantly updating.
I know.
Not a lot of what is being put out in terms of information is always accurate, and
Of
it's not
course.
always updated.
Yeah.
It's all just trained on a certain model.
But what I'm saying is,
So
I would
this-
prefer following a fake persona who is admitting that it's fake. than
I
a
don't
real
think
one.
that they admitted that they were fake, though.
There are a few
Sometimes-
where it says that they are AI. So
But I think that's just because they have to categorically classify themselves as an
Yeah.
AI creator. I mean, maybe the moral ones, just so that audience members don't just...
there is this one historical one. Do you know it? So it started with I saw a few videos of a girl being like in historic environments, like videos, let's say French Revolution or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's a girl like going around and it looks really authentic. And I always thought, yeah, of course, it's a girl and everything else is AI, obviously, like the surroundings and everything. But then I saw an interview and it's actually a guy who created this girl.
You see how this is catfishing?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Is it catfishing?
I don't like AI. I think the people that use AI are completely useless to
I
society.
love AI.
And I think that it's also caused way more problems than it has actually solved any.
But that's
in various
not-
industries, whether it's
yeah.
whether it's Instagram, whether it's the music industry, whether it goes even beyond that, I just don't find any sort of reason to trust
Yeah.
its its efficacy. And when I see an AI poster, I hate it.
I create a lot of my
Well, yours actually look good.
yeah, but
Yours look good. They don't look like the exact template that you
Yeah.
probably know. What I'm talking-
yeah. No. I don't use templates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The blue gold, the black
Yeah.
gold, especially if you're selling a makeup product, if you're selling skincare,
Yeah.
why are you using AI on your skincare poster?
Yeah. Yeah.
If you're
use real
selling
people.
services, if you're selling very tangible services like makeup artistry, I would never use an AI model for makeup. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's
It doesn't
insane.
show off any of my skill
Yeah.
or my work. Imagine like surgeons using AI posters or
Yeah, that would be actually kind of weird.
you know what I mean?
But then again,
Eye correction surgery. Like eye color changing surgery. Imagine an eye color changing doctor
yeah,
using an AI poster.
there is something like eye color changing surgery.
There is. Yeah.
My
You haven't
God.
seen the videos?
No.
Oh my God. People
That's
go
crazy.
in. People go in with an eye color that they started out with. Most of the time it's brown.
Yeah.
And they want to change it to either green or blue. Sometimes it's purple. Sometimes it's gold, honey gold.
Oh my
And when
God.
they get out of the surgery, it's so scary. Their
And they
eyes
really
are,
have, and it works.
apparently, there are some complications that can come from it. I've
Cool.
heard. But
You can just go blind or whatever, but who cares at this point?
They're
But you have golden eyes now. Oh my God.
crazy.
But
And it
then-
looks so creepy.
But then, okay, let's forget about AI. But who do you trust, and what is the difference between a creator you trust and one you don't trust for you personally? How do you
I-
distinguish that?
You have to go off of intuition. You have to go off of the history of that influencer, especially if there's someone who's been in the influencer space for a long time. And you also have to understand that everyone is human. I feel like there is a tendency to look at influencers as completely like alien entities. And they just are supposed to
Perfect
be
human beings,
They're
yeah.
supposed to be perfect human beings. Although now we've seen a lot of the cracks that are showing. We've seen a lot of the flaws that they've come out with. We've seen the ugly side, the entitlement, this
Yeah.
and that. But I think that the influencers that I have looked up to, or the people that I've looked up to, specific to the celebrity space, like Angelina Jolie, for example, Paris Hilton, they've built a legacy over time, and they've done things that have actively improved the community. They just generally have a good reputation. They genuinely are
Yeah.
good people. In terms of YouTubers, I personally really enjoy watching Drew Gooden because he does a lot of YouTube commentary that I really enjoy, and Noelle Miller does as well. Just people who can have a really good perspective on situations and that are really grounding. They're not trying so hard to be present or to be seen or to be visible.
Yeah.
That just naturally comes because of of their branding and because of their understanding and their intelligence and their impact. So
Yeah.
for me, that's how I distinguish. I mean, you have to also have a backbone as an audience member.
Yes.
And you also have to have your own mind. You can't just go onto other people's pages, other influencers' pages, and be like, oh, well, what did you think
Influence
about
me.
Influence me. Hey, influence me. What did you think about this?
Yeah.
So I can form my own opinion about
Yeah.
this. No, you have to come in with your own opinion.
Yeah,
you can't
absolutely.
just be completely empty-headed and just,
That's so true.
you know, it's
I always go by my gut feeling, honestly.
Yeah.
So, as I said, I like to watch Abby Young. She
Yeah.
she changed. She's the reason why my hair is so awesome now, you know?
Yeah.
And no, really. And then there's this German guy, X Skincare. Leon is his name. He's amazing. I also like, Bethany Frankel, as I said. I love
Yeah.
she's funny. I like to watch your content.
Yeah.
It's like, and it's not like I
Because
wait
these
for them
people-
to recommend stuff to me.
Because these people have added value
yeah,
to
and they
you.
are authentic.
Yeah,
you know, and
in
they
a
have
very
added,
authentic way. And
as you say, they have added value to my life.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why I follow them. But when I start to get like an ick feeling about, like, you know, there are these influencers that start out really nicely and you're like, yeah. So there was this one, she's like a fitness influencer. And then she started like selling her courses and, you know, like
she got a BBL.
and everything got so salesy. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So I like the content, but then at some point when it's only selling,
Yeah.
I'm out.
Yeah.
Count me out.
And this is a very good principle to note because there are, of course, a part of influencing is having to make sales. It just
Yeah.
is what it is at this point. But emphasizing that so much in your content, it tends to turn people away
Yeah.
more than it attracts buyers who are willing to spend the money on that product.
That and when people
It has
become
to fit in.
assholes. No, like really, when they
Yeah.
start behaving like assholes
Yeah.
towards other people
Yeah.
because they have some kind of entitlement feeling or
Yeah.
whatnot, then like this is like
Yeah.
such a turn off. I
Yeah.
hate it. I don't like it.
Yeah.
So what's our resume for this? Do we hate influencers? No,
No.
we don't. But we get why some of them get so much hate, right?
Yeah, we get it.
Yeah. Do you
And-
think this
yeah.
is a job of that has a future?
Now that you brought AI into this,
Yeah. Because I feel it does.
it's an interesting conversation. People are saying it's the death of influencers.
I
but
don't
is
think
it?
that AI per se is the death of influencers. I just feel that influencer is not going to be. I actually think that classic marketing is coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, still on social media and everything, but I don't think that brands are gonna rely so much on influencers because of their inauthenticity.
And because of the expectations on
Yeah.
both sides. Because
Yes.
if brands really want to and have the budget to pay for marketing, they will.
Yeah.
But if they don't, and then they try to coerce the influencer to do X, Y, and Z for little to no money, then that does create a sense of desperation on both sides.
Absolutely.
Because the influencer, first of all, they're not going to stay loyal to that brand. They are going to go out and they are going to work with any and every other person. And they are going to think that they should only work for free because this is the only way that they've ever been offered anything. But also, it's up to the influencer to not be so desperate and put their foot down when needed and have a good understanding of the frameworks involved in the business of influencing.
Yeah.
So I really think that there should be a bigger emphasis on the business behind it. This is actually part of the business empowerment course I taught in my own event, which really helped out a lot. But I am very grateful to the influencers that are level-headed
Yeah.
and grounded and down to earth and can crack some jokes about themselves and also
And not
provide
taking
value.
themselves too
Not taking
seriously.
themselves too seriously, not being cringe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now we have 5 minutes. I want to do like a very
flew by.
quick fire round.
Okay.
You can say acceptable, annoying, or immediate unfollow.
All right.
Okay, filming yourself crying.
Unfollow, block. Actually, block. Block, delete, report. Report for animal abuse.
Then the next one, you guys asked me.
No one asks. Unfollow.
Amazon storefront.
I'll follow. I want to see. what's
It's
there.
acceptable. I
It's
think.
acceptable.
Yeah.
I want to see what's there. And I personally, I like Amazon.
Taking pictures of every meal.
I mean, sometimes.
I'm
okay,
guilty
so there's
as charged.
I'm so guilty of this. The camera eats before I do. Yeah.
Posting your children.
You gotta be careful with that.
Yeah, this is absolutely
There are some
unacceptable.
sickos
Yeah.
out there, especially in swimsuits. Why are you doing that?
Sponsored wedding content.
Oh my God, didn't Michaela try to do that
I think there are a lot.
with Elf? There was that whole thing.
There is this one girl from Love is Blind who she did that recently. Janina, I think is her name. She had like a whole sponsored wedding, I feel.
can't even do that.
That's insane.
Is the love even there?
Yeah, I think.
Maybe.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I think that's out of the question.
Yeah.
It's just. Yeah.
The love is there.
Yeah.
It's just a sponsored one. You know what? If you got it like that, and if you can get a sponsor for your wedding,
Why not? So I feel it's acceptable.
it's acceptable for sure. It's just
It's a little cringe, but it's
it's a
acceptable.
little cringe,
Yeah.
but it's kind of fire when you
Yeah.
think about it. Because then the brand can give specialized gifts or just make it, as long as it's not
Yeah.
the brand actually officiating the wedding. That'd be so funny.
Filters while selling skincare.
Fuck no. Report for animal abuse.
Pretending you bought something that was gifted.
Yeah, no, that's unacceptable.
That's like,
You need to put your
Unethical.
paid partnership labels. If you are doing an ad,
label it as such.
label it as such. Say hashtag ad at the very
Yeah.
least.
Yeah. Filming strangers.
No, I always thought that was really cringe. Also, for what?
Okay, this one is cool. Posting inspirational quotes from a private jet. Like CEO,
You know what?
CEO
I know
of my own
so
life.
many people who do this. Oh my gosh, I know so many people who do this.
Starting a podcast.
No, I'm
God.
definitely following for that.
Yeah. No, I love podcasts.
I
so,
love
yeah,
podcasts.
that's
You can talk about anything.
okay, Saima.
Hey.
That was it.
Oh,
But
that's so
that's-
fast.
Yeah, but it was not the end. We will see each other again
Yes.
very soon, I feel,
Very soon.
with another unhinged opinion.
Period.
And yeah, it was fun. Thank you for being here again.
Thank you for having me.
See you soon.
See you.
Okay.
Another iconic episode.
Yeah, this was amazing.
Yalla.
I feel some people will hate us.
As they should.